We have some breaking news right now. This is from Gateway Pundit titled Exclusive Militant Leftist Attempts to Kill Conservative Activists After Memorial for Trump Supporter Murdered by Portland Antifa. So, as we all know, in Portland, over 100 days now of rioting has occurred, and the mayor, Ted Wheeler, has allowed it to continue and just continues to enable it, even after they tried to burn down his entire apartment building that could have led to hundreds of deaths of all the other people living inside. Antifa doesn't seem to care. They have a message and an ideology that they want to believe in, and they don't care, obviously, at this point, about who they harm in the process of trying to get it across. They're not civil, they're not peaceful, but that's not news for any of us. This is the alleged killer on the right that kind of sparked a lot of all the there was a lot of fumes and flame going on in the city, but this is kind of the big news right now. Kyle Rittenhouse in Kenosha defended himself while being attacked by people that were in pursuit of him with deadly weapons, and he protected himself. So it would seem that is now a narrative that the left is trying to use to say, oh, well, we killed these people as self-defense, when really I think they're just trying to use that term without actually understanding its meaning. And so this person was killed by police the other day, the alleged killer of a Trump supporter in Portland by the name of Danielson. He lost his life because this man allegedly fired upon him, and what he said was self-defense. Interesting, though. Kyle Rittenhouse defends himself, and there's no, well, I guess, he turned himself in, but there wasn't any videos of him talking about, he didn't get a platform like this guy did. So this Michael Reinhold guy got a platform where he was able to say, like, oh, I was defending myself, and then he ended up getting shot because he had allegedly pulled a firearm on police when they went to arrest him. Not a smart move. Okay, so this goes into, apparently, this gentleman was ran over by an Antifa member during a memorial for Danielson, the Trump supporter that lost his life due to this Antifa psychopath. The article reads, a member of the Proud Boys is hospitalized with severe injuries from being hit by a car after attending a memorial for Aaron J. Danielson, the President Donald Trump supporter who was murdered by Antifa in Portland. So he was at a memorial. So Antifa went to a memorial of this person just to cause problems. So they have no respect for the deceased, and they're all about their narrative and their ideology. They have no concern whatsoever about truth. They basically just have something that they believe in, and they want to force it upon us all, yet they call all of us fascists. Interesting how ironic that is. It continues. Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio told the Gateway Pundit that the victim is bleeding from his brain, damaged his left temporal lobe, has a concussion, and is suffering from amnesia and cannot remember the incident. Yeah, he got ran over by a truck. It's amazing. Like it seems like this is escalating into something much. This is going to be much more severe, I feel, especially as we come closer to election time, because that's really all this is about. This is about power from the Democrats wanting to be elected into office, and they're using these acts of terror on American citizens by these people that hate our country to try and scare the American public into voting for them, which I think is not going to work. I mean, I feel like that's going to backfire miserably. People don't seem to take kindly to that. If anything, they're going to go against them because they're not doing anything about it. The Proud Boys are a pro-Trump male social group that frequently stands against Black Lives Matter and Antifa militants, which has made them a hated target of the left. Yeah, because anyone that doesn't agree with everything that the left agrees with is considered an enemy of theirs, and they do not tolerate it. And they're obviously shown to be violent in the past, but it seems like it's getting even more violent now in the recent weeks. The Gateway Pundit has been asked to only identify the victim by his first name, Shane, at this time. Well, we'll be praying for you, Shane. Hopefully that you recover and that you don't have too much damage. Hopefully everything is taken care of and you come out healthy. We only want the best for you. It's nothing like an innocent person being taken out by an Antifa member. That's just not right. Following Danielson's memorial in Vancouver, Washington, a group of Proud Boys went to a bar down the street. According to Tarrio, he said that a man who appeared to be a member of Antifa began taking photos and recording of the people inside. Probably so they could spread it around on Twitter and who knows, probably call to action to get everyone to organize there. Because Twitter allows Antifa, for some reason, to use their platform to organize these acts of terror. Not sure why, but I don't know. It's weird. I don't understand why all these tech billionaires are on the side of the left. It's like if you understood what they really believed in, you lose everything in their system. I mean, I never understood that. Like, what is it with these tech billionaires that own these insanely large and hugely used platforms, catering to the left that has ideologies that basically would have them lose everything that they own? It makes no sense, really. I don't get it. I'm assuming this is the person. A group of men wearing Proud Boys clothing poses for a photo at the memorial for J. Aaron Danielson today in downtown Vancouver. Let's take a look. Interesting. He continues. Rex Fergus says, people target me all the time due to the polo shirt he's wearing. It says Proud Boys and Patriot Prayer are not racist organizations. The news media has been selling that story to people because that's what people want to hear. People want conflict. Peace doesn't sell. Yeah, I mean, basically, Antifa calls America fascist, which is not at all correct to anything. If you know anything about fascism, America is definitely not that. So, I mean, it's not insane to think that they would consider anyone that's not with them to be considered racist because they believe everyone is a Nazi that doesn't agree with them, even if you stand for nothing that the Nazis stood for. So I don't know. They don't make sense. It's not a logical movement. A man who witnessed the incident, Rex Fergus, told the Gateway Pundit that the man started walking around the bar and recorded us putting his phone in our faces, supposedly for doxing. Yeah, they like doing that. They like doxing people and trying to get you scared and basically get people to attack you because that's their tactic. But they're peaceful protesters, you know? They just like harming people peacefully. They like peacefully punching people, peacefully running them over, peacefully burning down buildings, peacefully throwing Molotov cocktails at law enforcement, you know, just very peaceful activities. As he was doing that, one of our guys confronted him and said, hey, get out of here. We don't want you filming us. This is a private establishment and we're not in public. The man continued to try to pick fights with people in the bar at the time until security finally kicked him out of the bar, Fergus said. As the man was kicked out of the bar, there were several Proud Boys in the parking lot smoking cigarettes and just arriving from the memorial service. Fergus explained that the man had also become combative with them, so Shane pulled his phone out and started filming him back. Well, yeah, if he's going to be filming you in the face, then you film him back, but obviously this person was there for trouble. I mean, it just seems clear from the story that this person was not there to be supportive in the least or respectful at all. Once the guy started his vehicle up and started to drive off, he hit Shane, Fergus said. Shane tried to get out of the way, and the guy ran him over. So he tried to move out of the way and he still got hit. He wasn't doing what Antifa or BLM does, where they stand in front of a vehicle, apparently. Allegedly, Shane tried to get out of the way and didn't block the vehicle, yet he was still hit, which means the guy was either aiming for him or he was just driving so fast and had zero concern or care for the lives of others. Fergus said that Shane's body went up onto the roof of the truck and his head hit the concrete when he fell. Immediately, he was unconscious. After he hit him, the driver of the truck gassed it and left the parking lot, leaving Shane on the ground, bleeding out of his ears, Fergus said. And of course, probably to Antifa, this is justified and something that they will probably celebrate, as they celebrated the murder of Danielson, which we've seen footage of, and it's disgusting, really, that these people exist and they celebrate these acts of terror. We immediately ran over and started doing everything we could to stabilize him. He was not conscious, but he was breathing, Fergus said. Blood was pouring out of his ears and his nose. His eyes were completely bloodshot. Yeah, he got hit by a truck. I can't imagine it being a pretty scene. I can't imagine it being something that was minor. It seems like very, very serious incidents. Luckily, a surgeon happened to be at the bar and helped them get control of the situation until the paramedics arrived. The photo Shane took helped the police to identify the man, who has now been arrested. So that's good. At least the guy got arrested. You shouldn't be running people over with vehicles. And of course, he'll probably claim self-defense, and Antifa will have some fake narrative around how he's just like, I don't know. None of this makes sense, really. Anything they believe. So it looks like here's some video of him on the ground.
He's bleeding out of his ear pretty bad.
The fire department come in here. Stay still. Stay still. I don't need you not to move your head. I need you. He's trying to get up, and we're not. Don't worry.
Again, we'll pray for Shane. Hopefully he gets better. It's unfortunate that this occurred. GoFundMe has been launched, apparently. I'm reading this here. I guess I'll put that in the description. So if you're interested in that, you can go check it out. Yeah, just pray for Shane to get better, for him to recover. And hopefully this doesn't keep happening. I believe it will, just because it's an election season and Democrats, they really don't care about the citizens. They care about their power. And so they're going to instigate and continue to let this happen. They're going to enable it. And I feel like this will just get worse. So stay safe out there. And until next time, God bless.